Well, welcome one and all. Welcome to the Progressive Patriot. I don't know how long. So do I say hour, half hour? It's the Progressive Patriot moment, time, class. I wish to show anybody that will see this the most deplorable. Actually, I gave this a plug. The most absolute deplorable, bad faith, triggering argument slash debate I have seen throughout the entirety of my life. Okay, and now I know anybody that knows me, I've been through quite a few debates in my day. All right, I say it very often. I got to debate in the very face of the person who is a denier of, oh, can I say it this early on YouTube? Hey, Queen Survivor, my actual queen, by the way. Yes, you heard that correctly. Queen Survivor is my queen, like for realsies. Not even being sarcastic. Okay, enough with that for now. Brandy, my darling woman. I missed woman. Did I end that with a D? Woman. Hello, woman. You're so unique, Brandy, that you're a different kind of woman, yet still a woman. I'm not going 2023 on you. I just called you a woman. Sandy D, my son's life mattered. Hello, sweetheart, sweet pea. Can I call you Big Mama without the emphasis of like the movies? Okay, so getting right to getting on here. I am going to show you a clip that to me it's going to be viral if it's not already viral. Hoot owl holler. Hello. I haven't seen it in a bit, so thank you. Welcome back, Shelby. I'm specifically grateful that you're here because I'd love your insight as to this very it's going to be disturbing. And knowing the audience here, knowing you guys, my wonderful supporters, community, or at least independent thinkers that are willing to call me out on something. Thank you for that, by the way. And a minimal shout out to the hate watchers slash bushwhackers that find the tiniest fraction to go ahead and bitch. With that energy, I thank you, salute you, and I ask that you keep and carry that energy with you all the way to the polling station. So, without further ado, let me see. Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna open up the. By the way, this channel that I'm showing you guys is the channel of the of Patrick PBD, the man that came to my store and said, "Yeah, we can give you a tour of the building." And I'm still in disbelief, but he confirmed this is the show. This is the show that he works for, and he's assured me that I get to go there. No promises, not even a word about meeting PBD. But now I've ranted about that a few times. So I'm just gonna say, okay, this is gonna piss off a lot of people. I'm honestly, I saw this 1 hour after they made it a clip. I'm shocked it hasn't made any more rounds than me finding it as I found it. But something like this guy here, all right, I want to do research on this freak, this disgusting, deplorable excuse of a human being. This is just a meat sack, okay? He just so happens to have vital organs. The jury's still out if there is a heart that pumps inside. The brain, I'm convinced, was completely manufactured in a lab by the top upmost echelon of think tanks and talking heads and pundits of the DNC. Some say they injected Pelosi's very DNA into his brain. So, yeah, without further ado, here's the look at the title. J6th, right? Was worse than 9/11. I find myself pausing, just reminiscing how I was laughing out loud watching this on my break yesterday or today. Oh boy, now my memory's going. Without further ado,
Steve, you lose credibility
let's
when
get
you
the
say
volume up to max, by the
2,907.
way. Sorry. No. Let's hold on the apologies, but let's get it louder for everybody in the back. Okay. Best output I can get. Checking everything, and away we go.
77 people died is less of a event than one
It's
person
not.
dying on
No, no, no.
J6.
That's not.
When you
that's
say
not,
that, you've already.
That's not. You're.
Hold on. All right. Just for good faith here. This is PBD to the left, okay? This is him responding to the claim that J6 is more tragic, is worse for our country. So let's start there, without question.
Died is less of an event than one person
not-
dying on
no, no, no.
J6.
That's not.
When you
that's
say
not,
that, you've already.
That's not. You're manipulating what I said, twisting it. What I said was January 6th was a more severe attack on the United States. September 11th had more casualties. There's a difference.
Okay, now I'm just going to take a moment to ask the chat. As a result, because of how invested I am in this, I would love to see in real time your thoughts. Please get as expressive as you can and let me know if anything you hear, you're like, yeah, okay, or oh my God, that's crazy. Just I want to be interactive with you guys. We're going to go through this shit show together. So here we go. Letting it go again. Oh, what's up, D. Libby? Mr. Actions, Not Distractions. Welcome, my brother. I hope the volume is adequate, by the way, damn it.
How do you measure worse? There's got to be data. You said you're a data guy. Data says one event we lost nearly 3,000 people. One event we lost one.
You
ask the average person, they're going to say, of course, 3,000 is going to be worse.
Because
than
I
one.
guess I'm counting the 600,000 that died in the American Civil War, and I'm counting the 405,000 that died in the Second World War, and I'm counting the 50,000 that died in the Korean War, and I'm counting the 58,000 that died in the Vietnam War, and I'm counting the acts of sacrifice that go back to 1776 that were desecrated on that day, incited by a single man
Where is homeboy
who
reaching
assaulted the
here?
Constitution of the United States. We were attacked by a foreign enemy on September 11th of 2001. The casualties were horrendous, as they were on December 7th of 1941. But the attack on January 6th was more severe also than the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Well, some would call it attack, but from the videos that we saw, Steve, from Twitter and just undercover
I want
camera.
to showcase this guy. I want to give a brief introduction, okay? This dude is somewhat of a regular on the show. He's kind of celebrated as like the go-to conspiracy theorist. However, I find it very, very often, as is usually the case with anybody that is given that badge, whether it's a badge of honor, is up to you. He has the most unpopular stances, the most radical thoughts that aren't so radical anymore the further and further we get to whatever our future holds. So everything this man here, who is also a Marine veteran, who comes from a family that has done nothing but sacrifice for this country, I kind of absolutely have a bias towards this individual and the stance he takes 100% of the way, 110% of the way.
It didn't look like an attack. If
What
somebody
are you talking about?
I'm just talking about all the videos that we've seen, the undercover.
What do you mean all the videos?
All the videos on Twitter.
Well,
all the videos
on Twitter?
Yeah, hold on.
Are you guys going to really sit here and tell me that the attack on January 6th didn't happen? That the violence, the bludgeoning of the police officers didn't happen?
Hold on.
Because of some bullshit on Twitter?
Hold on.
Here we go.
Steve, I'll give you I'll give you my opinion, and then you could talk. First of all,
It's not an opinion.
Hold on.
It's not an opinion. It's a bullshit conspiracy.
All right, time out. I'm not only a New Yorker, I'm a veteran. For you, time out.
Yeah.
My sister's a veteran. My brother's a veteran. He's a veteran. For you to listen to me, for you to say that January 6th compared to 9/11 that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Hold on. Let me finish. Number one, it wasn't an attack. It looked like a guided tour. Okay, that's what it.
You're not.
Are you? Yeah, you ain't right. I am.
This man right here, the little bald bastard drinking that whatever it is, the Kool-Aid, he has some legitimate investments, ties, and I don't know well enough to make further comment, although it will be brought up. But Lincoln Project founder, I don't know enough about it, but I know they're deeply invested in keeping this narrative for whatever reason.
It was a guided tour.
A guided tour.
You think
a guy beating the cops with all the violence.
Who died? Who died? Ashley Babbitt, a veteran, they shot. The Capitol Police shot her ass. Where is that guy getting in trouble? You're just upset because Donald Trump said, you know what, they probably cheated. You don't think he has a leg to stand on that they did it in 2016? Hillary, Russia, FBI, colluded. Are you like, how are we crazy, Steve? How are we crazy?
I mean, this is going to be on video. So, I mean, you're going to speak for yourself.
No, I'm going to speak for myself. Yeah. 19 terrorists took 4 commercial flights, crashed them in the World Trade, crashed them in the Pentagon, did all that. Yeah. Okay. And you're saying that, and we've lost, and you, by the way, for how many decades of wars, we've lost over 1 million people from the Iraq war, which is all bullshit, all a lie. 1 million people.
We lost 1 million Americans in the Iraq war?
No.
There's not been a single lie told by my homeboy to the right. Not one single thing he has said is a lie. Yet look at how, and he, the Baldy here, Lincoln Project fella, founder, loves to point out how triggered he is, right? How this guy is. When in actuality, I think it's the most logical response you can have. The gall, the audacity of this man, the bald fella. I don't even want to know his name.
We lost. We killed people because we said there was weapons of mass destruction. We lied. Bush lied. Oh yeah, there's weapons of mass destruction there. There was no weapons of mass destruction, but we were like, oh, we changed the name since we're here, enduring freedom, which is bullshit. Okay, so as a veteran, as an American, as a New Yorker, for you to say that one day compared to that is absolutely absurd, Steve. I understand that you love this country. I'm not questioning your patriotism, but the hate for one guy because he loves this country so much
he loves the country.
Bullshit. He does.
God, you're a fool.
How am I a fool? How am I a fool? You have Trump derangement syndrome. You just hate him. You just hate the guy.
You are
an American patriot.
By a con man.
No, I'm not. I guess
he
what?
Loves
I'm
the
not
country.
a Republican.
Trump loves the country.
You damn right he does. He's been saying it since the 80s, 90s on Letterman and all these shows.
He's a guy on September 11th who went down, said he was down there. He wasn't. He's a guy who called in on a radio. He said, now I got the tallest building in Lower Manhattan. He's a guy who lied about Muslims cheering it in New Jersey from Jersey City. He is a con man. He is a liar. And that you have fallen for this bullshit.
I'm not falling for anything, Steve.
Please.
Steve.
So comparatively, it seems like Punky Baldy, we got to come up with a name for Punky Baldy here. Punky Baldy Brewster. He is throwing pebbles while Homeboy is throwing straight up boulders. Okay, so for this man to have the this smirk on his face as if he's like looking at Patrick and Steve, you hear this guy over here? The guy is just throwing truth at you. And the best you can come up with is, little anecdotes of, he has said things that can be taken out of context and make me feel bad. Get out of here. Seriously, man. Since this man shouldn't have even been on the show, but I am glad that we have an open platform so people like this can show their true colors.
How about this, Steve? It didn't have to be Trump. What I love is that this dude sacrificed everything to pull back a curtain and tell the regular American.
What did Donald Trump sacrifice?
Time out. Guess
what did Donald Trump sacrifice?
Any sense of actual privacy. And he is not only, of course, did he get a whole bunch of people that support him, hands down. People that are ready to completely restructure the GOP. But aside from that, though, Trump signed up to not just be a wealthy regular fella, I don't know, a wealthy man that could live in luxury without being so much as bothered, to having the country divided because of, well, the powers that be making sure that we have as many reasons to hate on him as we do and never look at a single accomplishment, which is effectively exactly what and how I was before I found myself having to do the homework and the research for the old podcast, Stuck in the Middle. And then I saw the accomplishments are there, and the indoctrinated hatred has to fade away in the face of facts. Facts have to be able to override emotion, and if the emotion stands stronger than the facts, you are the problem.
His career, he could go to prison. He could go to prison for what you guys want for the rest of his life.
Shouldn't have broken the law.
No, Steve, you know what it was? Steve, don't give me this breaking the law bullshit. Huh? He pulled open a curtain and let all of us see. The regular people Look at what these assholes are doing.
You
Fake
talking
news,
about-
fake this.
Are you talking about the shower curtain where he had the country's most sensitive secrets?
Oh,
Is
you
that
mean
the
no?
shower
But
curtain?
but
Is that the
Biden doesn't
shower
bother you.
curtain?
But
Is he
Biden
gonna
doesn't
sell-
bother you.
Right,
They all
big
take
difference.
documents home. They all take. Hey, hold on. Were we in better shape now than when Trump was in? Are you happy with what's going on? You and your Lincoln Project, but mind you, the biggest hypocrites. You guys were going after him for Russian collusion and tax evading. That's what you guys were doing. All your people. You were the only one that was innocent. The rest of them were perverted. One of them was a Russian agent. One of them was a Russian agent. One of them owes $390,000 in a tax lien on his house, and the other guy went to court from American Express for not paying his $30,000 tax bill. You guys are the biggest hypocrites. The biggest hypocrites. You guys hate the man. You guys just hate the man. But the policies and what he did for this country, I'm happy. Listen, it didn't have to be him, Steve. It could have been a fucking turtle. He woke us up. He told people, hey, look at this curtain. Look at what these assholes are doing. Fake news, and it's all bullshit. And he sacrificed it all for us. Plain and simple, Steve. Say what you want. Say what you want. You're talking to a veteran that whole family fought for this country, and my parents are immigrants, and I'm a New Yorker. For you to compare those two is fucking asinine. The only girl that died was a veteran. The Capitol Police shot her. You said bludgeoning? Who died on January 6th? Who died? Who died?
Well, we have multiple suicides.
God, give me a
See, oh my God, it's borderline insulting, impressive to me that this man is still regurgitating the same damn just tired old hat talking points. Like there's been no evolution, and this man has not conceded a single point, regardless of it being told straight to his damn face. By the by, feel free, if you enjoy the content, to smash the like button. I do appreciate it. Aside from that, anybody that's chilling in the background, if you've yet to ever get acclimated and speak in the chat room, we have nothing but great people here. Please feel free to say hello if you feel comfortable doing so. Back to it.
officers.
Give me a
We have a lot of
multiple
damage.
on January 6th in the Capitol. Who died?
I'm
passionate
you
because I'm telling
are-
the truth. I'm telling the truth, Steve. You're the one. You were cussing and talking. You're not going to do that with me. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
You are sitting here lying to millions of people about what happened on January 6th.
I'm lying.
Which was an attack on the country incited.
Sorry, my chat was all backlogged. So, hello, Country Boy Archaeology. Keep the peels, my brother. Witchy Sister Crafts. Sorry that my chat was oddly just kind of frozen there for a hot minute.
By the president. Watch the
Why is he?
And he's going to start to sound like he's much further away. The audio is going to sound crappy, but it's this triggered fool, the bald guy, who cannot formulate or articulate an actual factual argument, who's getting really, really like personal and getting in dude's face.
Is he in jail for inciting violence?
Ducking felonies. Hello to you as well. Oh, don't worry. That point will be brought up as well. Promise. Mutated illustrations. Hello, sweetheart.
He will be soon.
Is that the video? Is that the
He will
video where
be.
he's like, go peaceful?
Yeah.
He's like, go in there, be peaceful.
That's
don't
what
do shit.
happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys
And
hate
you
the
guys,
person.
you guys don't seem to be a whack job like this guy.
Yeah, I'm a wag job.
But you know what it is though, Steve. You know what it is. So for me, I want to respect the voter,
There you go.
and I think there are millions, if not tens, who feel like he does.
Here, I want to take a moment to showcase that comment. Shelby, correct. Ashley Babbitt was shot by the Capitol Police. She is the only individual, and she was one of the civilians, or I'm sure they'd love to hear thugs, protesters. No, she was one of the civilians. Yes, she was doing something foolish. She, I believe, was jumping over something, but I don't know, man. I think this has been something that's been debated for a very long time, and it will never really come to a consensus whether it was necessary to plug her in the neck. And that was the end of her. But that's the only one who died on scene. The man, the bald fella there, bald Punky Brewster, was bringing up unalivings that happened after the fact and tries to blame, the trauma of being there, having to do their jobs. Meanwhile, we know, what's the same old, the people of the Capitol, or the mayor, all right, people that weren't Trump were the ones like, no, we don't need any further security. We're good as is. So think about that.
I think
I don't give a how he feels, and this is
And I don't give a
important,
fuck how you feel.
and this is
Period.
important. This is important because you can watch the video. You can watch the video. You can watch the actual video of
Maxwell.
the insurrectionists attacking the Capitol. That's real. It happened.
They attacked the Capitol. Okay.
Can I just weigh in on one thing? You guys are both wrong and you're both right. Let me explain.
I am not happy with this man's attempt to mediate and please both sides. You be the judge. Matter of fact, now that the chat is properly active, I'll be super interested in the response that I see as a result as this man continues to, unfortunately, verbalize his, this is why you're both wrong, this is why you're both right. Just let me know where you're at. Like, yeah, point taken, or no, far off. And there'll be one specific point where I want to know what you think about what this man says.
Both days are horrible days in American history. We're comparing what's worse of a tragedy when they're both horrible tragedies. So who's right, who's wrong? You're right more symbolically. Correct. This is an attack.
He's right symbolically. Does that not undermine the actual loss of life on 9/11? Symbolically, you're right. The attack on the Capitol is worse. So right there, I'm going to call, get the hell out of here, find a new job. But okay, the dude's the co-host. Shit.
Say what you want. You're talking to a veteran.
Hold on.
That
I think I just
for you to
clicked back.
compare those multiple.
And we're going to get to where we need to be. My apologies.
Why is he in jail for inciting violence?
He will be soon.
Is that the video? Is that?
Yeah.
There are millions, if not tens.
This guy.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
aware.
on, we're going to get there.
This is important. This is
Very
important. Backing the Capitol.
Of a
Here we
tragedy
go.
when they're both horrible tragedies. So who's right, who's wrong? You're right more symbolically. Correct. This is an attack on our democracy, the peaceful transfer of power. Talking
He's
about
saying it
Hold on.
didn't happen.
no, which he's wrong.
He's saying it
what
didn't
he is
happen.
saying.
Wait,
hold on.
I said
no.
When
Hear
the
me
hell
out.
did I deny that?
First of all,
Hear me
Adam,
out.
here's a question for you.
Hear me out.
No, hang on
He's saying-
a second.
he's
Listen to
saying
me.
that
No,
it was-
hang on a second.
Yeah.
You're the judge of this.
I'm so glad PBD did that to his co-host, who seems so aghast. Like, oh, how dare you? Yes, like I understand he's a co-host and he has to say something. He's got to feel useful, right? He's got to earn that money. But honest to goodness, like that was a perfect question. Forget question. That was a perfect statement. No, this man right here, who is known to always turn a blind eye to anything considered conspiracy. All right, he just doesn't go for it and will assume you're crazy for just thinking out loud. And he's always just kowtowing and defending the status quo. So I'm glad he felt so damn offended. He deserved it.
Can I
You're
give my,
you're
can I
the
give my
judge of this
opinion?
to say he's wrong or he's
and
wrong.
I said, hold on, did I say it didn't? I said people weren't there. You said attack.
Yeah.
I said they were there. They were protesting.
You said it was a.
I didn't say it was attack. No.
You
I
said it was a tour.
No. I
You
said it looked like a guided tour.
It didn't look like a guided tour to me.
What
Hey,
channel were you
welcome.
watching? CNN, MSNBC.
God,
I was watching undercover cameras.
You are a five-star whack job, man.
So this man has had nothing but ad hominems and very, very weak points to try to get across to the man that's not only passionate, has the conviction behind every single word. I think it's this debate, so-called debate, is extremely one-sided, and we all, I think, know who's winning.
Yeah,
Where Vinny is
unbelievable.
right and wrong was
He's completely wrong.
where I agree with what people say is by definition, a lot of people would say that it wasn't literally a insurrection. Was it a riot? Was it
What people?
was it a violent protest?
It was an insurrection aimed at
Preach it, mutated. We are a republic of the people, by the people, not of the government. They work for us. We, the people. Thank you. Exactly. I don't know how they got this twisted. Because what? The government felt attacked? That's why it's symbolically worse than all the innocent lives we lost on 9/11? Get out of here.
stopping the certification of the election constitutionally prescribed on January 6th.
I'm sorry, but the election and the numbers as they were getting reported in real time, when they were supposed to be reported, they kind of froze on their own. So don't blame the people that went there to go and show whatever just happened was certainly wrong, and we need to make sure that you guys know it, as is our constitutional right to do so.
That's the purpose of it.
You can argue over semantics. Is that's what I think
It's
you're
not.
doing. I do
It's
not.
not. It's no.
What point are you making?
We're
Adam?
not. There's.
I'm saying
Make your
It's not
point.
semantics.
I would love to make my point.
Go ahead. Let's see what
if
it
I
is.
can finish my
Once make your point. Hurry up.
for once. So the point is, both days were piece of shit, fucking horrible days. You know, it was not just a guided tour. You know that it was a violent act of complete absurdity. It wasn't a guided tour, but at the same time, I don't think many people think that it was an actual insurrection. It was a horrible day in American history. Horrible day. It was not a tour through the Capitol. It was horrible. But at the same time, you have to understand that millions of Americans are going to see what you said about 9/11
Right.
and be shell-shocked.
By the way, that fella speaking is a guy that only watches CNN and MSNBC, so that's why he kind of says the things he says and truly believes it. I think he's willfully ignored the footage that shows all of the instances where protesters were let in with no battle whatsoever, where police and FBI plants were involved, felicitating everything that went down as far as they possibly could. He's in denial.
By the ramifications
Sorry
of
about
what
that
you're saying.
damn
So
feedback.
this is what I'm saying, that you're both right and wrong in your assessment.
I think millions of Americans will understand perfectly what I'm saying. I think millions of Americans sadly are abused by people.
I'm gonna have to agree with Elk, ELYK. Like the sound of that. Hey, Just Peachy, welcome. But yeah, I think that's where it all truly obviously began. There should be no confusion about that. But little shill pundit talking heads that have their interests already bought and paid for, they're the ones that are actually sitting there stealing the spotlight for some reason. I don't know how that remains the status quo.
Like you,
I'm
who
abused.
have a platform and
Thank you for speaking. If I haven't recognized your name and I've seen it just for the first time, I'm very thankful that you're willing to share your voice. We celebrate voices here.
communicate misinformation like you just did, that this was a guided tour as opposed to a violent attack. You are one of the people, through your conspiracies, who is poisoning the discourse and the ability of people to tell reality.
Yeah.
I want to say for the record, you're completely, absolutely, totally full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
When you
I love
say,
you too.
when you say,
I say what?
when you say
Yeah,
that
stop
that
getting so
was
close to me.
anything
Why you getting
other,
closer to me?
when that was anything
Go use
other
your
than an
microphone.
insurrection.
Go use your microphone. And what? Guess what? I can say whatever I want because I'm an American.
See, passion versus like just cold, calculated. Like, I'm convinced the man just has an agenda and he's there to stonewall it. Meanwhile, you have, to me, and I'm not sorry, let me stop saying that. You have somebody with real passion, conviction, served the country, comes from a family of immigrants that have also served the country. We're invested. We're all invested in this. And the asinine debate at hand, that's an insult to every single one of us. J6 worse than 9/11. It's exactly that. It's an insult and should be treated as such. So Baldy over there can stonewall and appear all, amused by people that are passionate, but we know that passion is righteous, justified.
By the way, reasonable question for you.
Yeah.
Reasonable question for you. What was, and Adam, here's a question for you. You said violent protest. You used those words.
Twice. I said violent twice.
I did. Yes.
You said J6 is violent.
Yes.
Was BLM protest violent?
So we're going to go to a separate
I'm
topic.
curious.
No. It's relevant. It's relevant. I hate that he's trying to say, you're pivoting. Nope. It falls within the realm of conversation because you use the V word.
Question for you.
Yes, it was violent.
What's more violent, J6 or BLM riots? How many businesses went out of business, or how many businesses were trashed during
Antifa.
J6?
So now I have to defend BLM.
You do, because you used the word violent.
They were
Twice.
both violent.
No.
Just like
No,
9/11
it's not.
was also a horrible day.
That's not how-
Just like January 6th.
No, that's not how it
There's
works.
levels. So
That's not how
only
this
one
works.
can be violent.
No.
That's a fence-sitting cuck right there. They're all bad and they're all violent. It's all just terrible. And of somehow not equal measure though, because symbolically this, that, and the other, get out of here. I think we measure devastation with loss of life and actual destruction of property. And guess where the least of that happened? Yeah, I know. I don't have to say it.
When the
It's
other one
not.
can't?
It's not. No,
Okay.
no.
Why
So
can't
January
you
6th was
understand?
peaceful and
have
only
to-
BLM was violent. I got it.
What is the difficulty in understanding that one of them was an attack on a very specific place on a very specific day
Oh God.
with a very specific function taking place on that day
No passion.
that had everything to do with the peaceful transition of power, which is foundational.
I stand in solidarity with you on that, Todd, and it's always fantastic to see you, man. C Fowles, brother, man, it is great to see you as always. As always, thank you, one and all. C Fowles, I really hope everything's going superb.
To how the country functions. That's why.
Now we're talking different issues.
Right.
for-
So if there's a
Interrupt, and the guy is talking with and presenting a huge nothing burger. You can hear him. He's in real time trying to formulate something of substance, but he's got nothing because there's nothing really going on inside. On the inside, there's no cogs and gears turning. There's no blood pumping through the veins, getting to the heart. The man is cold and dead inside. That's my opinion.
riot
right.
in
Indeed.
Cleveland
Hi, Andy.
Uh-huh.
Missed you.
and 500 businesses are burned down,
Yeah.
that is a threat to the economy in Cleveland, but not American democracy.
I would love to hear this man compare the damage of COVID to, I guess, what is he trying to defend or explain away? BLM riots, they hurt the economy and they hurt 500 businesses, but it's not an attack on the country. Okay, what was COVID? I would love to hear it. He would be like, oh, well, it was probably one of the greatest catastrophes we've ever experienced because I can't fill in the blanks because I can't think like a puppet like this. And I'm so glad. Feel free to end that sentence for me because I just don't have it in me to do it. I don't want to think like these people. They terrify me and they enrage me. All in one.
If you assault the Capitol
Yeah.
on the day that the Congress is certifying an election to begin the process that will culminate on the 20th with the transfer, they have nothing to do with each other. The attack on the 6th was incited by one of the 44 people in the history of the country who's raised his hand and swore the 35-word oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, period.
If anybody else just in this very moment feels the same strong, nearly uncontrollable impulse and urge to just straight up punch this man straight in his mouth, just know our collective energy, maybe in this moment, wherever he is, he's stubbing his toe. Let's all think of it together. Come on. Now, think it with me. Oh, Loon, I am. Okay. I'm thinking of this asshole stubbing his toe so hard that somehow it knocks straight up into his cranium and makes him completely a vegetable. Okay. Stub your toe. I'm chanting it now. Okay. All right. We had a magical moment. My bet is on it just happened too. This just in.
It was the most grotesque betrayal and abdication of presidential responsibility in American history. It constitutionally disqualifies him, in my estimation, from holding office ever again. How could anybody look at what happened? Look at what happened.
Oh my God.
It was a tour? How dare you?
You didn't see the shaman getting guided around?
Shit.
The guy was supposed to be this crazy wild man. They were okay. Here's my question: Steve? How do you explain the countless FBI agents in plain uniform that Congress won't even tell us how many?
Because it didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
There you go. 100%. Nothing else needs to be said. We know everything this man stands for, and it's nothing. He stands on nothing but lies and whatever money is funded to him to maintain his composure and his total nonsense. It didn't happen. They weren't there. That's what the FBI has gone on record with Congress to say. We had an undisclosed amount of agents. No, actually, I'm sorry. We did get a figure upwards of maybe 40. Yeah. So this guy's completely full of it.
Oh no. And Ray Epps
led the violent insurrection.
Oh yeah. By the way, what? Let me see this. Guys saw that. Go back to that video. Could you show this video? People are rotting in jail for 30 years.
Yeah,
okay,
they're
for
criminals.
doing this shit.
What
the hell does that look like?
Okay,
what does that look like to you?
One video.
Look at the violence. I don't give a shit.
Just because you're yelling doesn't mean you're right.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's one piece of video.
Yeah,
Why don't we show the hours of footage of them
Tucker
breaking
Carlson.
down?
Look,
Tucker,
okay.
what do we got here? We got Tucker
who got
Carlson
shot?
here.
Who
We
got
got
shot?
a
Come on, think the two worst violent occasions we've seen from the footage. All of the footage that's been congregated for us for consumption was pushing against the gates, right? Somebody during the scuffle with the Capitol Police. I think there was an exchange with a baton, right? And what's the third aside from Ashley Babbitt getting ended in front of everybody? Oh, and the one Capitol Police officer that kept on going upstairs, running away from two individuals. That is supposed to be the insane, wanton, gore-fest, violent fiasco this man wants us to believe that it's worse than 9/11 and BLM protests. Get out of here, man. No credibility, no conviction.
guy. We got
Who got
Tucker
shot?
Carlson. We got a
Who
guy
got
who's
shot?
done his own
Challenger?
show on Russian
Ashley
TV.
Babbitt, God rest her soul.
We got-
for joining. Well, if you joined, but it's always a pleasure and an honor to see a new name in the chat. So thank you. And don't let my shorts confuse you. My shorts are always comic book related, but usually I'm pretty damn heated about watching our country slowly fall into something I no longer recognize.
The king of replacement, domestic terrorist.
Oh my God, look at this violence. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God, they're turning it up.
Let's roll
So-
the tape of the violence, though.
Okay,
Okay, that's like saying there's a war going on over
Adam,
here, but you have video of outside
Adam,
of
hold
them
on.
getting along.
Here's my question.
There's other videos, Vinny.
Hold on, let's go back. So you mean to tell me Donald Trump, 2016, we found this is a fact. This isn't BS. I made this up. 2016, fact. All right, the Durham report.
Queen, sweetheart, please feel free to send that link to my Facebook, and maybe I'll open it up after the end of this.
Hillary Clinton, DNC, FBI, they all colluded to say he.
None of that's true.
No.
Oh my. Okay, seriously, we already know it's already been admitted. They had to justify the spending of money to put Trump away on utter falsehoods. The real collusion was the DNC and the mainstream media, and this man is saying it didn't happen. This is how they truly do their damage. This is how they do their worst. They are the ones full of the misinformation, the fake news, the nonsense. They spread it through their propaganda machines, their talking heads and pundits via the mainstream media, and convince people who don't really do research for themselves or laugh at the idea, that get convinced that, well, if I'm hearing it on the news, it must be official. We have moved past that phase in this country. We know well enough not to trust any outlet known as mainstream.
Oh yeah,
all
none of it's true. So you're full of right now. Number one,
Wolverine?
100% true.
What's up,
She
brother?
paid for the dossier and did all that. 100%. So wait. So Donald Trump is crazy to think that they would cheat again? Are you kidding me? You've been having the FBI
There's no evidence of voter
give me a
fraud
break. All right,
of
so
any
Durham's full of
type
shit.
whatsoever.
Durham's full of shit.
Yeah, but
No, you're
that's
full
all-
of
that's
shit.
a
No, you got-
separate conversation.
Hold on. By the way, and the hypocrisy for you guys to talk
You have any
shit,
good
the
videos from
Lincoln
the
Project
1996?
was comprised of all the same shit that you guys accuse Trump of. That's the fucking funny part.
Thank
You guys are all full of shit. Your whole crew was tax evading, Russian foreign agent, money scandaling fucking people, and we're supposed to what? Believe you guys were making money. Where's all that money? Where's all the money? And I'm crazy? You didn't vet none of those people? You didn't vet none of them? No, none of these people. And it's
Turn
always the
around.
ones that
You
point
coward.
are the biggest pieces of shit. The ones that go, hey, look at Trump, tax guy, Russia guy. It was you guys.
Wasn't me.
It's you. Oh, you're innocent. You're 100%
Y'all hear
I
that?
pay my taxes.
Oh, okay.
This guy went full Shaggy on us. Picture me, we're both buck naked, banging on the bathroom door. Wasn't me. No. It was you, bro. We saw you. Unceremoniously, unfortunately, we saw you. Damn it.
Betrayal and abdication is grotesque to preserve, protect, and history of the country, who's raised
Whoopsie,
his
sorry.
hand
Let me hear all your
and swore the 35-word oath.
Oh, I went back again.
How could
To the
what do
future,
we got here? We
Mark.
got
To the
Tucker.
future.
This isn't BS. I made this up. 2016, fact, all right? The Durham report. Hillary Clinton, DNC, FBI, to think that they would cheat again? Are you kidding me? You've been having the FBI
There's no evidence of voter
give me a
fraud.
break. Russian foreign agent, money scandaling people, and we're supposed to what? Believe you guys were making money. Where's all that money? Where's all the money? And I'm crazy? You didn't vet none of those people? You didn't vet none of them? No, none of these people. And it's always the ones that point are the biggest pieces of shit. The ones that go, hey, look at Trump, tax guy, Russia guy. It was you guys.
Wasn't me.
It's you. Oh, you're innocent. You're 100%.
I pay
innocent.
my taxes.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to find? You want to find some fucking guy? You know what you are?
An American patriot.
You're
That's
a whack
why.
job.
Yeah, I'm a whack job.
You're a whack job.
Let me guess. Yeah.
Homeboy just said it like he had the most ultimate insult in the chamber. You see how he even built it up for a moment? He was like, you know what you are, guy? And there was even a pause. Perhaps a pause in the world. The very earth. The day the earth stood still. Move over Keanu Reeves. Move over David Bowie. We were all waiting. This man's gonna have some thunder and lightning and fire. What does he got? You know what you are, man? You're a phony. A big fat phony. Whoa, man. Sick burn, bro. Ruined my day.
Right, yeah. Dismiss conspiracy. No, the truth hurts and doesn't care about your
Please.
feelings. Period. I'm sorry.
I'm
not delusional
what
about
he's
a man.
saying about the peaceful tour of the Capitol,
Yeah.
which I fully disagree with.
It's
but
not.
but
It's
he's allowed
not.
his opinion.
It's not.
What is he
No.
saying that's wrong?
It's not. It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's lying into the camera about a violent event, saying it was peaceful, spouting conspiracy theories, and using a Tucker Carlson thing.
I didn't play.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say other than to say it's why the country, right? I mean,
is why Trump is leading in the polls because there's so many crazy whack jobs like me that are tired of your bullshit. Period.
Yeah,
America first. Look where the fuck America.
Eli, invest in a new microphone. You've been talking about it long enough. I think Homeboy just hit the nail on the head and put it right in that dude's coffin. That's exactly why Trump is still polling so damn well, despite all of the efforts of every mainstream power and entity in front of us or somewhere behind us, behind closed doors, behind the curtains, or in a shadow cabal. All of the above. Every fake and fraudulent witch hunt and collusion effort that has been told and narrated and shoved down our throats, none of it has stopped his base at being so damn passionate about America first. Have I made it clear that I would love to consider another candidate? Am I still super interested in RFK? And Vivek even has my attention, but right now, RFK and Trump. That's where my eyes are. But this dude just owned our Lincoln Project founder, nonsense CEO, piece of crap, baldy fool, and he's got nothing to stand on.
America is right now. Where are we? Are you happy with what's happening right now in this country? Are you genuinely happy with what's happening in the country?
If you-
Border wide open, inflation, all the bullshit that's happening, all the violence,
Ooh, I got a
all the
video for
smash
that.
and grabs, all the shit. You're happy?
I think three things.
Okay, check this out. Wait. Here's another moment, guys. All right. Take a big breath. All right. You know what all right. Big build up. I can feel the tension in the room. My God, I can feel the room. I can feel the gravity in the room. It's so tense right now. This dude he said, all right, I got 3 things for you, boss man. You ready? Can you handle this fire? Huh? Are you going to be today years old when I owns you, son? All right, 3 things. Let's go. List them.
I genuinely think you're a whack job.
God bless you too. Thank you so much.
I think you're ignorant.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God. This man's on fire. Somebody stop him. Does anybody here have a fire extinguisher? Please, everybody, mentally think of a fire extinguisher going off. Please think of it, because that's the only way I can help to combat the straight fire this man is spitting right now. You're a whack job, and you're ignorant. Take that. And now the third thing. Thirdly, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
I think you have nothing to say because you know that I'm right. And guess what? I hope to God Trump's win again. Trump wins again, so at night he just lives in your head.
So he can kill me?
No.
What the hell? I didn't catch that. I'm so glad that I just heard that this time while I'm not at work on my lunch break. He just said, I guess he forgot the third thing though. Buddy, it must have been just so. That was nuclear. Whatever he had, and he pulled back. He knew it was just too big. It would break the internet and probably win the election. I don't know. I mean, everybody would just vote for him for president immediately. Boom, this guy. Yeah. Yeah. So he said, you want Trump to win so he can kill me? What the? I'm sorry. What the hell are you talking about, Alex? For 500? Sincerely, what? What just happened?
the chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
Because I want you to wake up
shut
every
down
morning
NBC.
And go, I want you to wake up every morning and go, oh, I want you to cry like all the people that cried, but he made America dope. It's people like you that are dividing us. All right? I don't give a shit about personality. I want policy. I want to live in a safe country. All right? I want the border to be secure. I want the economy to be killing. All right? I don't want people like you.
I don't know.
Like,
You seem
he's a boogeyman.
You seem a little rattled to me.
Not at all, bro. I'm
Seem a
on
little
point
rattled.
all day.
Nice vein in your head.
Yeah, it's a vein. It's called passion.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch.
So yeah, okay, seem a little rattled. That is exactly. It's called being passionate about watching our country completely fall into a descent of madness, while talking heads like that are able to keep their composure because they don't give a shit about anything or this country. They just care about their own pockets. Now, there is a clip that I had sent to me by request. CanCon posted it. I'm like, dude, you have to get it to me immediately right now. Check it out. Real quick, regarding the border, right? This is what it looks like with the Biden administration. That me saying that just made certain that YouTube is going to demonetize, but that's okay. Guys, check this out. And hyperbole aside, it is exactly what it looks like. I won't even have to say the word.
We are in the migrant camp at San Vicente. The majority right here on the back, all of them are from China, as they are migrating into the northern borders of the United States. Venezuela, China, 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 Venezuela, Venezuela, China. Where are you going? United States? United States, USA? Where are you going?
USA.
USA. China.
Yes, from China.
China. Where you going to the United States?
This is not an attempt to create a Chinese hatred rhetoric. This is not a statement of racism. We are a nation of immigrants, goes without being said, okay? Times have changed. Times have evolved. We need a stricter border policy to protect America first, our own backyard. The backyard is already covered in shit and the fences are broken and we're letting everybody in. For whatever reason, strongly China focused.
USA.
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 American law, New York.
America, New York.
Yes.
Yes. Xi Jinping.
Never forget Fu Yao. It was a billionaire that funded a factory, literally insourcing, which was once upon a time a joke. He built a Chinese company right here in our own backyard in America, hired the Chinese to be the managers of the Americans, paid the Americans less, and ended up becoming the third most wealthiest glass automotive distributor in the country, in the world, in our own backyard. Truth is sadder than fiction.
No. No. Okay. USA. China. China. Nepal. China. 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 To China. 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 Over China. 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 Yeah. China.
Spoiler alert. It
China.
doesn't end.
China. China. And China. Wow. All Chinese.
So be your own boss there, and you tell me what you make of that. In the meantime, I'm checking. This is my little secret spot where I keep topics that will be covered in the future. Oh, yeah, and I got some doozies, that's for sure. Let me see. Okay. These are things that I'm going to keep close to the chest. Oh, that's right. I did ask. I got to hide the screen for a moment because I want to see the report about the FBI and the number during J6. I want the truth. I want the most valuable thing that we can ever strive for that is downplayed time and time again on a daily basis. So what do we got? Oh, here we go. New York Times. Okay, let me open it so you guys can see as I see, because we're transparent here at this channel. I don't care who takes issue with that. And there it is in big old black and white. I don't know. Y'all want to read that out loud for me? Let me dismiss this. No, I don't want to sign up. Okay. FBI lost count of how many paid informants, were at the Capitol on J6 and later performed an audit to figure out the exact number. Ex-official, a whistleblower. Whoa, man. Okay. The FBI had so many paid informants at the Capitol that it lost track of the number and had to perform an audit to determine exactly how many confidential human sources run by different FBI field offices were present that day. A former assistant director of the Bureau has told lawmakers at least one informant was communicating with his FBI handler as he entered the Capitol. Okay, yeah, so you're a part of it. You're culpable. Just okay. I mean, it cannot be denied that they helped push it to where it ended up going, and the media was more than happy. This is pure opinion and theory on my part, okay? But the FBI worked hand in hand with the DNC and the media to push the narrative that the protesters lost control. The plants orchestrated, in my strong opinion, for everything to get as chaotic as possible. Can I defend every single protester that got there and starts destroying property like that? No. Can I empathize with anger at a system that has failed us time and time again? Yeah. So, stuck in the middle, I guess, on that one. Autono has testified beyond closed doors to the House Judiciary Committee that his office was aware before the riot. See, where does the onus fall? On Trump for saying go over there peacefully, or the FBI who knew what was happening before it happened? How do we go after the FBI, right? Oh, I know. Investigate themselves. So that some of their informants would attend a Stop the Steal rally thrown by former President Donald Trump, but he only learned after the fact that informants run by other field offices also were present, along with others who had participated of their own accord. The Washington field office had to ask FBI headquarters to do a poll or put out something to people saying we're any CHS involved. I'm unfamiliar with the acronym. CHS is involved. All right, he said, so they could get a handle on the scale of the FBI's spying operations at the Capitol that day. If it was such a huge risk and if it was such a tragedy and travesty, the way that the bald asshole was describing, wouldn't the FBI have mobilized something more effective to put a stop to it? No, they wanted it to go on as it did and use it as a weapon against Trump in the future. And what exactly happened? Everything that I just said. We started getting responses back from FBI headquarters at a Antonio, I wish I could say his name right, I hope I am, which helped identify which field offices, they couldn't keep track of anything, had planted confidential informants in the crowd. Let's get deeper. One paid informant from the Kansas City field office was at the Capitol as the crowd surged inside, allegedly was in communication with the handler while they were in the crowd, I think, saying that we're going in. Real-time reports, according to the former bureau brass, they were trying to stop some of the action happening, and they left or whatnot. Asked how many informants the audit discovered were in the crowd that day, D'Antonio would only say a handful. Just a handful. The FBI spends an average of $42 million a year in payments to its, oh my goodness, to CIs, man, to confidential human sources. 42 million. Wow. Just to maintain the charade, to keep the show in the Coliseum going and making and ensuring that the desired narrative is the end result. It's good money right there, huh? Get what you pay for. According to the Department of Justice Office of Inspector General, which has raised concerns about the vetting process for these paid informants. In a letter to the FBI Director Christopher Wray on Tuesday, and I name these names because it's necessary. We need to know these names. Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan described D'Antonio's testimony as extremely concerning. To put it lightly, it suggests that the FBI cannot adequately track the activities and operations of its informants. They sound like a bunch of middle schoolers in a schoolyard trying to organize a kickball game, more than they sound like FBI agents doing something, I don't know, with any realm of intelligence, competence about the FBI use of payment to CHS who have fabricated evidence and misrepresented information. The Justice Department Inspector General also identified critical problems in the FBI's CHS of confidential human sources program, Jordan added, including the FBI's failure to fully vet the FBI's willingness to ignore red flags that would call into question informants' reliability. I will skip further down to see if there's anything beyond, because there's nothing I'm hearing that's really new, except for the amount of money. The number of FBI informants present during the Capitol riot has long been a controversial topic, of the hundreds of defendants apprehended since that day. So with all of that, and I could have swore I've heard at least 30 to 40 plants were there, but we have citizens who went there for a rally that have been given 30 years, some of which spent 4 years just rotting away in something comparable to a small cave. 4 walls, a toilet, and a sink, without due process, left there like the American Guantanamo. Shame on the current administration and the power structure that continues to allow all of this nonsense, this absolute insult to every single American with blood in their veins, to continue on and on again. It festers like a parasite. It's rare that I'm at a loss for words. For now, that's where I'm at. I did hear maybe somebody sent me a message. I'll look into it. First, let's check out some comments right quick, huh? I think I saw something not alarming, but let's see. When Russia and Iran attack Israel, the U.S. will be unable to protect Israel. Why is that? I've been having some very fascinating conversations with my customers. Obviously, you know, I am a pillar of my community. What can I say? I say that in jest, but I really do have a very unique opportunity to speak to everyday Americans. I take full advantage of that, and it's amazing when I see the people that are truly awake, and I'm happy to report the amount of the ignorance, the people that side with the mainstream and the talking heads are a far smaller percentage than those that are sick and tired of the bullshit, that are willing to call it out and say what it is. So I see that with my own very eyes. Oh man, you never have to do that, but thank you so much. Keep the peels. That's Jeremy, my brother, who I cannot wait to visit. You and Mutated. I have no doubt in my mind we will have the time of our lives. Thank you, brother, for continuing this journey. As far as I'm concerned, we were born here or we live here, and it is, at least to an extent, our duty to see to it that we can find the truth of any matter, especially when we've so clearly been led astray, manipulated, and made to want to fight one another when we should be fighting the actual source of the corruption, the powers that be, the legislation that makes it legal pay to play politics, corporations being recognized as a voter, superdelegates having the power of 10,000 regular voters. Could it be made any more clear how much we don't matter to our own government? And why do the days just go by like everything is normal? It's like living with somebody who has dementia and pretending that it's all okay. Only in this case, it's our president who has legit dementia, and the administration and every other connected power that is involved. The FBI, I don't know enough to say anything about the CIA, but we have, and I can say this confidently, those of us that are here, zero trust in the system as it is, as it's been, and as it continues to strive to be. I hope we can see a change before our lifetime comes to an end. I hope we can trust that our children, or those of us with children, can have some optimism of a future that is brighter and transparent. And I pride myself in that transparency. I laugh at every attempt, at every stupid troll that attacks me because I'm a transparent individual. I don't know, there's just something refreshing and liberating about living the truth and speaking it, and never having to hide from anything. It's so lovely. Some people out there should certainly try it. With that, okay, I'll do my closing out. This has been, let's see, this has been an official Progressive Patriot Hour. We made it an hour. This has been overdue, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. You all make this so worthwhile, and I can't wait to come back at you with the topics I've been holding on to. I'm excited. Everybody, I saw the word cat. Are we talking about an actual cat? Are we talking about my homeboy, Big Cat? But either way, those of you that are here, Mutated, keep the peels. My brother, thank you again. C Fouls, D Libby, Queen Survivor. By the way, announcement, guys. Queen, you ready? I want you to get your blushing out of the way if you can. I don't know. She's not ready. She isn't ready. Queen and I have decided. Hey, Just Peachy. By the way, it's all a reactionary setup. Wake up one a day or try. Thanks, y'all. Hey, we appreciate you. Okay. My baby's got a secret. Mm-mm. Queen and I decided to take this whole little foray a step further, and yeah, we're in a relationship. That's my girlfriend. Oh my god. I'm getting emotional. Yes, it's quite a funny story. I think you know what? I don't think I know. I want Queen to be here when we tell the story. Damn it, Max. Maxwell, thank you. 4 American patriots were killed on J6 by police. Let's get that absolutely accurate for everybody. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boyland, Kevin Greason, and Benjamin Phillips. Happy belated, brother. And thank you for that. Thank you, sincerely. So yeah, the funny story, I'll give like an abridged version, but basically Queen and I have been talking for a very long time, like from day one. 10 months ago or so, and it's been challenging, via distance and all that. And then just it was like a eureka moment. We were talking, and it was simply just spelled out. Eli, I'm gonna be there in a year. I was like, wait, what? Like 1 year? 1 year, 365. Oh, okay, because I had it in my brain space, my head movies. See, I thought it was like maybe like 5 years. I don't know why I thought it was like 5 years. I thought it was like a forever work in progress, and I just didn't know. So a year. Oh my God! Well, I've waited this long. 1 year. That ain't nothing. Okay. So I'm actually actively connecting with all of my friends that work in real estate to help and find a place, and I'm excited. And Nicole, I love you. All right, cheesy. Oh my God, I got cavities out the wazoo now. Stop it, Maxwell. You're not allowed to say that, okay? Ooh, gushy. All right. So, gotta get manly here. Less. Oh, guys, you know me. I'm a rebellious spirit. When someone says less, what do? You give them more. So, I remember there was this one time at band camp. Queen was there. I was there. Trump was there. Dan Rather was there. Shamrock, there you are. Oh my God, welcome. Yeah, you're late. That's okay, but we love you forever. We were all there. It was a campfire. Toasted my marshmallows, and I couldn't help but get distracted. There was a twinkle. There was a sparkle, even right across from my marshmallows. And I looked above the marshmallow, above the flames, and I realized the flames weren't coming from the marshmallow. They were coming from my heart. My heart was aflutter and on fire, and I realized, oh my God, I'm on fire. Somebody doused me, put me out. I'm on fire. Oh my God. And I panicked. And then when I came to and my consciousness returned, and I woke up at the hospital bed, she was right there by my side, holding my hand. Strangely smelled of gasoline. She may have been the one to set me ablaze, but even still, I knew she was the one for me. It's a true story, okay? Just ask CNN. Good evening, Sam Squanch. I like Squanch. You been squanching today? Anyway, good night, guys. That's it. That's a wrap. Progressive Patriot Hour is out. Good night, one and all.